Hey everyone, welcome to Making Sense. If you've been to my channel before, thank you so much for coming back. I really appreciate seeing you here. And if this is your first time checking out my channel, welcome aboard. Do me a huge favor, click that subscribe button down below, like, comment, and or share this video. That would be greatly appreciated. Today's video is a special Christmas Eve 2019 edition of the original fragrance versus the clone. Stay tuned. Today we're going to have three original fragrances and we're going to compare them to their counterparts, their clones per se. Now the fragrances we're going to look at today, one of them is a super popular fragrance that has been cloned many times in many ways over. Now with that being said, some of the clones are extremely popular to the point that some of the clones are probably sold as much if not more than even the original fragrance. The fragrance I'm talking about right now, the first one of the three today, is this guy right here. Silver Mountain Water. The top notes are bergamot, mandarin, neroli. Your middle notes are green tea, blackcurrant bud, and base notes are sandalwood and musk. According to Fragrantica, the main accords are green, citrus, musky, fruity, woody, aromatic. And according to Creed's website, it's a green, fresh fragrance. So, what does that mean? It's a green, fresh fragrance. You probably get what that means. If you haven't had a chance to get your nose on this one, I definitely recommend it. For me, it's one of the Creed fragrances that stands out by itself. It's a lot different from the other fragrances in my opinion. And, you know, it's like every other Creed fragrance, has a really nice presentation. The overall scent and or aroma from the fragrance itself is really nice. I like the crest on top of the cap there. Overall, the sprayer is really powerful. Now, Silver Mountain Water. It's a really nice fragrance. It's one that, when I first put it to my nose, I didn't get the greenness of it. I thought there was something else in there and I couldn't pinpoint it. And at this point, I can kind of break it down a little bit better in my nose and I understand what it is that I was smelling that I couldn't really put my finger on before. But now that I have a bunch of different fragrances in my collection, more niche fragrances as well, I'm more able to see what that specific part of this is that I like, that stands out. And for me, it's the neroli. That's just an additive and or a component to fragrances that I find appealing. Another additive and or ingredient that I really like is the iris note in a lot of fragrances. So for me personally, if I hear something's iris or neroli, I want to get my nose on it a lot of times, and this time here, it's no different. So this one here, it's just a really nice, fresh, clean fragrance. To me, this stands out in the Creed lineup. It's not my favorite. It's probably in my top 5, maybe at least in the top 10, if not the top 5. It's just a really nice fragrance. If you haven't had a chance to get your nose on it, I definitely recommend it. If you don't like neroli, if you don't like the other components I read off, then maybe you want to stay away from this. But still, it's such a classic piece, such an amazing part of the fragcom and the fragrance community. I definitely recommend at least getting your nose on a sample of it just to go for it and try it. Now, this guy right here has so many clones on the market. There's a lot that are very popular and there's a lot that are total trash. So the first clone in the mix is one that doesn't get a ton of talk in the community because, let's face it, it's truly just a cheapie and what we're going to call some sort of a clone experience or attempt. This one right here, Greek Chrome. I want to say I picked this up for $6 or $7 on eBay back when I was trying out testers and or all these crazy versions of fragrances to see if they were even similar or close, which was kind of a fun thing for me to do way before I was doing the YouTube channel or anything like this was even in the cards. So this one here, Greek Chrome, to me, the first thing I smell, alcohol. Right? It's a $6 fragrance, including shipping from eBay. It's not going to be anything too amazing, too crazy. It smells absolutely nothing like Silver Mountain Water. My guess is you probably already guessed that. It's clean, it's fresh. I mean, in reality, it smells pretty nice. but it smells like an alcoholic synthetic mess in a sense that you could definitely get away with wearing, but it fades away in about a half hour to an hour, and that's gone. But on this paper, it smells really nice. Just if you're ever thinking, hey, maybe I might have a chance of getting that Silver Mountain Water vibe off of something for like $6 or $7, Greet Chrome, absolutely not the case. Not the one you want to go with. Don't waste your money. So the next fragrance on the clone list is one that had a lot of talk in the community back when I was originally thinking about buying the fragrance again, when my original bottle I had for many years finally ran out, and I was wondering if there was something even close or similar to the original fragrance that I really could get in my collection to save a little bit of money before I went crazy about all this crazy stuff. This fragrance here is Silver by Armaf. Now, this is the 1.15 ounce bottle, and everything you read online says that that's the only one that smells like it's supposed to. If you got a bigger bottle, for some reason it just doesn't smell right. I don't know. I have never tried the other bottle. This one here, to me, before I got my new bottle of Silver Mountain Water, I remember getting this in and saying, wow, this thing is so close to Silver Mountain Water. This is a great fragrance. Again, let me say that again. Before I got my new bottle of Silver Mountain Water in, I kept saying that type of stuff to myself because I just thought this was the best. Nothing was even close. Now I'm smelling this because I just sprayed this beforehand. The sprayer is pretty awesome. Covers a lot of area. And the scent itself is actually pretty nice. Now, when you first spray it, it is a synthetic mess. I mean, it blows the other one out of the water in strength and projection and all that kind of stuff. And when this one starts to dry down a bit, at that point, it starts to basically smell a lot more like Silver Mountain Water versus the synthetic mess that I just sprayed, and now my hand smells extremely like synthetic mess. It's not a bad fragrance. It actually, I really did think it smelled just like Silver Mountain Water before I got my bottle of Silver Mountain Water back in my collection, and then realized how big of a difference or a barrier gap, whatever you want to call it, there really is between the two fragrances. Now, if you just want an inexpensive pickup, this one was pretty low price online. Didn't cost me much at all. I think it was between $7 to $15 shipped. Go ahead, try it out. It smells nice. Again, when it dries down, it does go towards that same direction as Silver Mountain Water. It's not the same thing. It's not the OG, but you're also paying $7 to $15 to have it shipped to you versus $150, $130 if you get it on one of the special sites or something, up to $300 if you actually go on Creed's site. So this one here was Armaf Silver, a nice fragrance, not the best clone, way better than that stuff I just put up a second ago, but still, the OG kind of trumps this pretty bad. The next fragrance in the Silver Mountain Water journey is a fragrance that is really well liked in the community, and some people actually love it. It's definitely been talked about as what I would consider the most popular clone to Silver Mountain Water by Creed on the market. This one here is a little bit beat up. I've had it for a while. It is by Armaf, Club Derby House, Blanche. So this one here, overall, sprayer works pretty well. You can see it there better without the paper in front of it. I just definitely blew all that stuff right into my eyes. So I'm going to keep this real, keep it 100. That did not feel good at all. And this definitely has a high alcohol concentration. All right, I can see you again, or at least I can see the reflection of the camera. So the scent on this one here is kind of like Armaf Silver. When I first got it in, I was like, oh my God, this is the holy grail. This is the best fragrance I've ever smelled, similar to Silver Mountain Water. There was no question, no debate in my mind. This was absolutely the fragrance that was going to replace that one for me. There was no need to get another bottle of that one. Why would I when I had this in my collection? Now, to be honest, this one here does smell very nice. Armaf made a great product with this one in the sense that it smells similar to the original once it dries down, of course. When you burn off that original alcohol kind of burning scent or burning eyes, whatever the heck I just did, that was crazy. ultimately, once you get a chance to have it dry down, it does project nice. It smells smooth. It smells good. It smells synthetic, so it's not as nice or fresh as, of course, Silver Mountain Water is. And you don't really smell all of the elements the way you do in Silver Mountain Water. But if you're looking for just something to fill the void and you don't want to spend that much money, I would say Armaf Club Derby House Blanche would be a nice one to go after. You know, it's good to add to your collection if you like the House of Armaf. If you don't like the House of Armaf, which some people just don't like them, I don't recommend grabbing this because it is the Armaf version of Silver Mountain Water, which is nice. It has a lot of similarities. It is definitely a clone, but it's not like a dead-on spot clone. But if you never smelt that and you heard all the descriptions of Silver Mountain Water, this one here kind of fills the void for you. At least to me it does. But again, it's still not the original. And for me, in this case, the original is kind of worth it. You know, the smell's good. If you look on FragranceNet or not even FragranceNet, if you go in the fragrance groups and Facebook and things like that, you'll find someone selling these at some pretty fair prices, and you might even find some discounts online. I definitely don't recommend buying it directly from Creed because the price is going to be kind of crazy. With that being said, Silver Mountain Water kind of knocks its clones out of the water. If you haven't had a chance to try it yet, I definitely recommend that. So the next OG on the list is going to be by Kilian's Black Phantom. I only have this little vial left. I did have a bottle before. I sold the bottle off, and actually this thing comes in an awesome coffin, whatever way you want to say it, in a sense. That is really attractive with the skull on the box. Just their presentation is really nice. The actual bottles are really nice as well. This is part of the sample set I had left over that goes into a sprayer like this guy right here. Pretty cool, pretty nice magnetic tops. Pretty attractive overall. Now, Black Phantom to me is one of my personal favorite fragrances from the House of Kilian. It's just something that, for me, it's a really attractive scent. I really wanted to get my nose on it back before I got it into my collection because for some reason all the hype behind it and people talking about it, especially in the fall winter time, made it seem like a fragrance I really wanted to try. So I was able to get my hands on a bottle, got the bottle in, had this, also got these little sample sets in, and realized that I really did like the fragrance. It was very attractive overall. You know, for me, definitely a fragrance that I wanted in my collection because I really, really liked it. So I'm not going to spray this one. As you can see me put my nose to it on here. Now, this one here is a really rich fragrance. It's a nice, I would say, fall winter fragrance, definitely, where, you know, it's spicy, it's warm, maybe boozy a little bit. It might even have some sort of tobacco, but it's also sweet in there. It's a really nice fragrance to me. It is definitely not like a fresh nice. It's definitely more sweet, dark, you know, resinous. You know, it definitely gets some resin attributes in there, which to me is just a sexy scent overall. It really is nice to me. You know, everyone has their own opinion, and when it comes to by Kilian, a lot of people are kind of like, or yeah, it's just one or the other. A lot like Tom Ford, things like that, where some people will smell Tom Ford fragrances and they'll say, this is horrible for me, I can't stand it. Other people find it to be pretty much one of the best niche fragrances in the world, which, let's face it, Tom Ford's pretty amazing. By Kilian's pretty amazing. So with Black Phantom, the reason I don't have the full bottle anymore is because of this guy I'm going to show you right now from Genre Parfums, Noble Soul. Now, I would like to say that I don't have that bottle anymore because I ran out of it. The full bottle of by Kilian, I mean, Black Phantom. I want to say there was some other reason behind it. Nope. I pretty much decanted, sold off whatever bottle I had left, kept that one for myself to keep some of the original in my collection, and at some point I'll probably get the full bottle again because I really do like the fragrance along with the whole display. I like the presentation of the cases and such. Now, I did some side-by-side comparisons a little over a year ago where I had Noble Soul by Genre Parfums on one arm and I had Black Phantom by Kilian on the other arm. Throughout the night, the projection was great. Got actually a couple compliments. I wore it for a while. The next morning was the whole key to the puzzle, though. The armor I had by Kilian on, the scent was gone. There was nothing left. I could put it was actually the shirt I had on as well. I had it on the clothing. The shirt, if I smelled the sleeve, there was nothing there. There was literally nothing left of it. No trace, no anything at all. And when I went to pick that shirt up to actually smell it, the reason I did was because I could smell that fragrance, and I really enjoyed the fragrance. Well, the sleeve that had the actual by Kilian fragrance had died down to that point where there was nothing really left for me. The sleeve that had Noble Soul on the other hand, was what I smelled when I walked by, which made me pick up the shirt. Then I had to check that sleeve again, tested it, and I was blown away. This 30 milliliter bottle is $25 when they're open for orders. So for Genre Parfums, if you do want to get to order from them, they have limited windows. The owner, Devin Brew, really nice guy, super friendly on Fragcom. I've talked about him before. He opens ordering on his Facebook group, and then the specific process to do so. If you want to get a chance to get your nose in some of the Genre Parfums, definitely go join that group. Watch people posting things. Watch for the announcements, and when they announce that the ordering is open, jump right on in, because once the announcement and or the ordering is shut down, it's over. You have to wait until the next time it comes up. Could be a couple weeks, could be a couple months, could even be a lot of months. So what I do is recommend, if you're going to go after Genre Parfums, go join the group, start to meet people, learn how the system works, and then go from there. But this stuff here was a beast for me. I absolutely love this fragrance. The sprayers are awesome on these. They're sealed atomizers. If you see the coverage, it just smells so good. I mean, I've worn this, I believe, is my second bottle of this. I randomly just sprayed it on. Nighttime scents, I wore this a few times because I just really like the scent, the overall scent profile. And this is the reason I don't have any more full bottles of by Kilian Black Phantom in my collection anymore. So, well done. The next one is somewhat in the same wheelhouse as the last fragrance, as I don't have a full bottle in my collection. I never had the full retail presentation. What I did was I had a refill bottle of this one, and I made a few of my own decants. These guys right here, and it is Moonlight in Heaven by Kilian. So for me, what I did was I ended up picking up, excuse my voice, I have a little bit of a cold. I ended up picking up a 100 milliliter refill bottle of this. It's not overly attractive. They're gone now. And I filled them into these things, these sealed atomizers. Ooh. To me, this is a really nice fragrance. I personally probably still like Black Phantom and or Noble Soul better than Moonlight in Heaven. Just personally, that's more of a rich, dark, deep. This is fresher. This is a little bit cleaner. With all the fragrances blowing around here, there's a lot of smells going on right now. So let's be fair to this. I don't have anything on my hand. Put it on my hand. This is the original OG Moonlight in Heaven, which I really do like. I actually really like the fragrances. I'm a fan of the by Kilian lines, the line, house, whatever way you want to look at it. And this one here is cool because there's definitely citrus I can smell in there. I don't know which ones. There's some spice. It's citrus spice, fresh. And no, I don't have anything written down in front of me here. I'm just trying to see what I smell, of course. Citrus, spice, fresh. The citrus breaks away a little bit, maybe a little bit. I can't tell if it's green or not. That could be some of the other scents I can smell in the room. But man, it's a nice scent. Overall, very, very clean, very fresh. When it dries down, for me, it gets a little bit more rich. Some of the citrus components maybe fade away a little bit more. Not exactly sure exactly what fades away, but in my opinion, it's more of the bright citrus notes. So, Moonlight in Heaven by Kilian, it's a really nice fragrance. Now the problem is, just like Black Phantom, and it could be a problem, it could be a good thing. Genre Parfums, Luna Paradiso. Paradiso. I love this fragrance. Now, Noble Soul, I probably love a little bit more, only because, like I said, I'm pretty sure Black Phantom is probably my favorite by Kilian fragrance I've smelled so far. Just my personal taste. That's where we are with that. Luna Paradiso. This one here, if you're on Fragcom and you go into different groups, especially the genre Parfums page, there's a guy by the name of Doug Holbrook. What's up, Doug? Hopefully you watch my video. Actually, hey, you better be watching my video. Now, in that group, there's this thing called Full Doug. I haven't seen it talked about too much lately, but Full Doug, he had made a post, Doug Holbrook made a post about pretty much putting on like an insane amount of sprays. And I believe it was Luna Paradiso, which is the fragrance we put all those sprays on. Now, this fragrance itself, let's spray it on my right hand just for the fun of it. The sprayer again, really nice sprayer, nice coverage. All right, so with this one here, wow, it's just, I'm not gonna lie, Moonlight smells really nice. So, all right, so with Luna versus Moonlight, Moonlight's a little bit smoother right off the top, right? So when I put it to my nose, it's a really clean, fresh mixture of ingredients and or components to get to the scent profile that it currently has. I keep smelling my hand because my hand smells freaking good. Excuse me the word, but whatever. Freaking is not that bad, right? Freaking, is it that bad? If it is, sorry guys. I keep putting it to my nose because it just smells so good. Now, this hand also smells absolutely amazing. This Luna Paradiso, a great fragrance from the house of genre Parfums, and it's listed to be a clone of Moonlight in Heaven. Now, you see me going back and forth so much because it smells really good. I mean, I don't want to give percentages because I don't like to make things up, but let's just say if there was a percentage, this guy here could be 90%, close to that one maybe. It's pretty high. And again, I'm not positive that it's exactly that close, but when I do this, right now, at this stage of the fragrance scent, or transition, they smell pretty much the same to me. Very close. They're not exact. Very close though. So for me, again, 30 milliliters for 25 bucks. I can't not go pick this one up for myself. Okay. So a final recap on the night. The fragrances we looked at were Creed Silver Mountain Water by Kilian Black Phantom and Moonlight in Heaven. As far as Silver Mountain Water goes, the clones didn't measure up in my opinion. They weren't exactly what I would be looking for if I really wanted to capture the essence of Silver Mountain Water, which, let's face it, if you're going with a fragrance, that's what your goal is to do, is to capture that fragrance or that scent profile as close as possible, if not exact. So to me, where that fragrance is available at some pretty good prices, I'd probably go for the original, the OG on that one, just because it is really nice. You know, that fresh citrus, or the green, not citrus, that one's more like, yeah, a little bit, but fresh green fragrance is just pretty awesome to me. You know, I'd definitely go after that if you get a chance to. And if you only wanted to spend a little bit of money, you don't want to go all out for it, Armaf Club Derby House Blanche is a nice alternative. Not 100%, not even 90% in my opinion, maybe less than that, a lot. But it does smell really nice. When it dries down, it's actually a really attractive fragrance. And to me, the Armaf fragrances a lot of times do carry pretty well, and that's one of them. And as far as Black Phantom, I definitely think you still need to get your nose on that one. But in reality, Noble Soul, in my opinion, is a great comparison and a great challenge to kind of knock it off its pedestal, where Black Phantom costs a ton of money to buy, and genre Parfums, Noble Soul, is $25 for 30 mil. You know what I mean? You really just can't go wrong there. And then last but not least, by Kilian, Moonlight in Heaven versus Luna Paradiso. You know, I was going to go back and forth either way. One hand here is Moonlight in Heaven. One hand here is Luna Paradiso. They both still smell very close to each other. Smoother, cleaner, just a little bit better ingredients. You can definitely tell on the actual by Kilian, but nothing crazy. Just enough because I'm sitting here sniffing so many fragrances that I can actually pinpoint some different things that I was never able to pick out before. As far as this one here though for Luna, I'm not buying another bottle of Moonlight. Let's just say Luna's going to be the one that takes over that spot in my collection unless I see some sort of an amazing deal. I do still have that decant of Moonlight, so I can definitely get a wearing out of it. I do enjoy it. It's a really nice fragrance. But I actually bought Moonlight because I smelled Luna first. So because of how much I liked Luna, I gave Moonlight a shot, and then I sold off everything else except for that one decant. There's nothing wrong with it. It's a great fragrance, and if you haven't had a chance to get your nose on it, on any of these three, especially the main ones, the OGs, I go after it in a heartbeat. But then, after you get a chance to try that main fragrance, get a chance to try these two, I would say. From genre Parfums, you have Noble Soul and Luna Paradiso. So that's a wrap from my Christmas Eve 2019 edition of Versus here on Making Sense. I really do appreciate you stopping by, each and every one of you. I love when you can do me a huge favor, put some comments down below. Have you had a chance to try this Creed Silver Mountain Water? Have you tried Black Phantom by Kilian? Have you tried Noble Soul? Have you tried Moonlight in Heaven by Kilian? Or have you tried Luna Paradiso? Let me know. And if you haven't tried any of these fragrances and you've wanted to, if you've had a chance to get your nose on something else from one of these houses, you want to talk about those too? Those comments down there, absolutely throw something down there. Let me know you're here. Click that little bell icon. That'd be awesome as well. I really appreciate each and every one of you taking the time out of your day to visit me and check out my channel. I'm having a lot of fun with this, and as far as I can tell, a lot of you are too, so I really appreciate each and every one of you stopping by. Remember, if you're making the world a better place just one spray at a time, then to me, you're just making sense. Until next time.